time. In Malaysia, it isn't hard to grab a good cup of filter coffee, as our coffee community is so vibrant and knowledgeable. However, the challenge is always to keep baristas excited, making coffee their full-time career. Now, many of my friends love coffee, but until some time, they stop being a full-time barista, and this actually makes me feel sad. Whenever I heard another person couldn't handle the fatigue of being a professional barista, because that moment happened to me before. So today, I would like to share with you what I learned to make my passion my career and keep myself motivated to brew a better cup. And the answer is resting. So before we start, let's go all the way back to the origin to know more about the coffee today that is accompanying us throughout this resting journey, which is Lost Origin Finca Maya Geisha. Now, the Geisha cherry from Finca Maya was grown at 1,600 meters above sea level in Boquete, Panama. Now, after the cherries are picked, they are sent to Panama City by air truck. It is then disinfected, floated, visually sorted for a clean cup. And then it goes through a customized fermentation tank with special strain of yeast and lactobacillus. And then goes through anaerobic fermentation process for higher complexity. Now, the moment the cherries are picked from the trees, it goes through a very busy journey until it exceeds the fermentation tank. And then the most important part happens, which is reposo, Spanish in resting. Lost Origin allows the cherries to lay single-layerly drying for a better quality green coffee. And the growing and processing gives you high complexity, but it is a reposo that gives you the orange blossom and mango in your cup. And then the Finca Maya arrived at our roastery. Now, this is the part that is less discussed but important. Now, when it arrives, due to the shipping environment, some beans are still wet and some are dry. Now, this could lead to an uneven roasting, making your coffee scorching and tipping. So, coffee might taste bitter and astringent. Hence, today, we rested the coffee in a 60% humidity control room and let it rest for at least 2 weeks. Now again, the resting gives you high flavor clarity and at the same time a clean aftertaste. Now, judges, up till now, you can see the pattern forming. So after high intensity activity, just like growing and processing, or maybe a long travel from origin to the roastery, coffee needs to rest to be better. Just like human, we need to rest to restore our attention so that we can improve ourselves. Now, your coffee today was roasted fast and light on an air roaster to preserve all those delicate floral notes. Now, high intensity activity like roasting needs rest too. For a harmonious cup today, it is rested for exactly 21 days. Now, if it is less than 21 days, it will be gassy, you will be lacking of flavor clarity. While if it is more than 21 days, the aroma and flavor starts to degrade day by day. Now, knowing more about the coffee allows me to improve my brewing. Hence, I wonder, high intensity activity like extraction, does it also can have rest? Hence today, I developed a recipe that could reflect on importance of resting. Let me show you. For the first pour, I'll pour up to 80 grams of water with a slightly higher temperature of 92 degrees Celsius and immerse for 40 seconds. Now, this stage of the brew allows us to open up the flavors and then ensuring the water and coffee grounds are contacted for a more even extraction. And after this, something that I'll be doing different today. Once I open the valve, I let it rest for 25 seconds. As this allows the water to fully drain so we can better prepare for the second stage of the extraction. And this giving you more fruity sweetness. Now moving on to the second stage right now. I'll be pouring up to 200 grams of water with a slightly lower temperature of 86 degrees Celsius. And this lower temperature allows us to avoid over-extraction and also to bring out a rounder and juicy mouthfeel. Total brew time today will be at 2 minutes and 30 seconds for a long and lingering aftertaste. And for the recipe today, I'll be using 15 grams of coffee to 200 grams of water for a final beverage of about 170 grams. Now this gives us a medium intensity throughout. And then I'll be grinding it relatively coarse on an average micron of 700 and using a faster RPM of 1300. Now this coarse grind pairing with the faster RPM brings out the orange blossom and apricot aroma in your cup. Today, my water is filled with 80 ppm of water in a control ratio between calcium and magnesium. And then I let it rest for 1 day as it allows the mineral to stabilize, giving you more clarity in your cup. Today I selected the solo spin. It is plastic design, allows a temperature consistency, and it is made out of flat bottom, allows all the coffee grounds to be contacted at the same time for a more even extraction. And today I'm pairing it with the high flux filter paper as it gives us a faster flow rate to control the immersion time. Okay, judges, without the resting in between the 25 seconds today, your coffee will be lack of sweetness and structure. Okay. Now, when I finish my brew, I'll let it sit for at least 30 seconds as it allows the steams to evaporate so that you can access all the aromas clearly. Now for the aroma today, you'll get medium intensity orange blossom, apricot, and tropical fruits like mango. Please swirl 3 times to access the aroma, and please access it twice. Thank you. There you go. Hello. There you go. Thanks for waiting. There you go. Be right back. Are you all ready? All attributes will be at medium intensity today. For flavor, from hot to warm, you'll get orange blossom, apricot, plum, and tropical fruit like mango. And for the aftertaste today, you'll be long and lingering. Comes with apricot and apple. And for the acidity today, you'll be vibrant. It gives you apricot and apple from hot to warm to cold. And for the sweetness today, from hot to warm to cold, you'll get ripe apple and dried mango. And for the mouthfeel, it'll be round and juicy, turns slightly tea tannin when it is cool. To better serve you, I'm using the ceramic cup as the shape of the rim allows it to flow into your mouth better. Now, as a brewer, we're always focusing on working harder, but it's a slow moment that allows you to enjoy the filter coffee that reminds you of how much you love this industry. So I believe that resting and recharging is important, and this is what the coffee told us from the origin to the cup. A little bit of rest allows you to be farther, better, and longer. Thank you. Time.
Representing One Hub, this is Aaron Lowe, ladies and gentlemen.